And welcome again, dear friends, to this edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson here, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church, as well as Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church right here in the capital city of Topeka, Kansas. What a blessing it is to serve these two churches, and I'm really excited about some of the things I believe God's got in store for us as we just move forward step at a time, each day a little bit further along by faith. Some of the groups that we identified back in February, and actually way before that we really kind of organized in February, we're seeing these groups getting together now, getting organized. And we don't want to do organization to the point that we can't be flexible, but we've got to have some idea where we're going and get the team established. And that's what this is all about, getting these teams going, teams as opposed to committees, not opposed to committees. So just to let you know, I believe they have their place. I just think the teams are a little bit of a different focus in that their job, their goal is to kind of be boots on the ground ministry oriented. And that means to be doing those things that maybe the committees are talking about. Well, the teams are going to put it into practice. So we all sort of have different functions, but we don't want to leave things only in the discussion phase and the meeting phase. We want to see things actually begin to take shape. And I think I've mentioned this before to you, that having been around now for a while, I see things differently than when I got to the churches. And I really firmly believe, even from the get-go, even after only being there a few weeks, the real key was to get a lot of agreement with the members and get them on the same page, and we work together. And so that's my prayer, is that we will work together and that these groups will be able to really utilize each individual's in those groups would utilize their gifts that God has given them to spread the message of Christ and the love of Christ to others. And I believe we do it in different ways, but I really am excited about some of these things. And I believe that we're going to kind of spread the wealth around. We're not going to have the same people doing everything. And a lot of people may find out that they can do a lot more than they've thought before. Maybe they just have been reluctant to ask for some of these jobs or these duties, that I guess you could say, some of these ministries. And we want to turn you loose. My job, I believe, as a pastor, is not only to preach the word and to be an encourager and to be one who has a listening ear and maybe some guidance, some leadership, but also to be one who equips and who enables to the members to really expand their horizons and to take off on some of these ministries. So I want to equip and empower the members. How's that sound? And if you are interested in some of these ministries, again, I sent out on the email that you hopefully got on Saturday. If you didn't get it, you need to let me know so I can get you on that email list, because we're not going to print those up. We're just going to send them out on email, those monthly newsletters we're trying to do now. But again, those three areas are, again, the children, youth, and family ministry. That's number one. That's top priority. I believe we all agree on that. And at least if you don't agree with it, let me know. Tell me if you have another priority. I do believe that's what we pretty well have established. Number two would be, again, this idea of outreach and evangelism, making ourselves a presence in our communities, in our neighborhoods, getting to know our neighbors, getting to know our friends, and really worshiping together and inviting them into our family of faith. And then number three is just our worship. How do we conduct worship? What do we do that would really be appealing to people, not just those that have been in the church for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but those who may never have been to church before? What can we do to make it relevant and appealing to them? And then, of course, the last one is congregational care, and that has to do with the actual ministry to those in our church family or the extended church family, the friends, family members of church goers, attendees, in areas such as hospital visits, nursing home visits, phone calls, cards, letters, follow-ups, maybe even following up on visitors who come to church. These are areas I really need a lot of help in, because there's just really way more to do than I have the ability and the time to do, quite frankly. So I need the help, and I'm asking for the help, and I don't want to just ask and not provide any type of guidance, but I want to really let you know we need you. So I hope people are even listening to these Fresh Bread broadcasts in ways that maybe these are going to reach out to you. So hopefully I'll remember to mention that in church tomorrow. These are real important ways for us to stay in touch. So if people aren't listening to these Ask if you're listening and you're a regular listener, ask others, are they listening? If not, encourage them to listen, because they're going to hear things on here they're not going to hear anywhere else. And this is just me being really honest and letting you know where I'm at and what's going on. And I believe it's a good way for us to come together. So, hey, thanks for being with me today. This Monday, May the 2nd, we're in a new week now, or new month, a new week. We ask you to keep everybody in our churches in prayer, and we'll hope to be back with you tomorrow on Tuesday, May the 3rd. Until then, may God richly bless you is my prayer. Do have a good day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.